You can't push it over.
Yes, you can. Do it. That's it.
No, it's not it. It's not there.
Yeah, it is there, by the way.
That's not there.
This is called expanding foam. It expanded. Now we fill in the crack, shave it down, we're done.
All right.
You gotta talk like a human being. You're talking to another human being with feelings, all right?
But I'm not.
Take that into consideration. Bottom line is, if you really want to get something done, standing around arguing ain't gonna get it done. You know, it's only for 2 more damn days. Just get that freaking job done.
This is the part. This is
Please
our...
take off your mask. I can't hear a thing you're saying. If I tell her one thing, she'll have a debate about it. It doesn't matter what it is. You know, it doesn't matter what I say. She's gonna go against it.
I think we just need to shave it. I think somehow when we were drawing our original line, it got messed up.
Tick, tick, tick. You know, I don't have the time. I'm not staying. I want to stay, but I can't. I just gotta go.
I just had a really bad evening, and I just want just some time to myself.
Thursday. Day 4, and last night's storm still hasn't blown over.
Start throwing
Sweetheart, we're not debating today. We're not debating today, okay?
If you panic,
today we're working.
If you panic, we're doomed.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
I didn't want to work too. That's why I came early too today. Okay, are you sure you want to be carving this close to
I'm gonna tell you how it works today, okay?
Okay, but
listen.
listen.
You follow my lead, or I embarrass you on camera, because you absolutely know nothing what you're doing. So now, let's clear this out, and let's get to work, okay?
Okay. And I don't know anything about anything. He's really mean.
The enforcers are in.
Look, I'll tell you what. Here's the way it's going to go today. I'm taking over this project, okay? If you guys think she knows more about cutting foam and sculpting than me...
It's not about that, bud. It's about she's a human being, and she's broke down right now.
Okay.
She's beat down into the ground. I'm frustrated because I don't see a whole lot of progress going on.
Exactly.
I see a lot of head knocking.
What I said was, today, you don't tell me what to do. You follow, we get this thing done, we get some tools, and we're out of here.
Don't say, don't tell me what to do. Just
Honey,
say,
right,
let's work together, period.
Yeah, you gave her a day, give me a day. That's all I asked.
Okay.
All right.
That's it. It's fair, right?
That's fair. That's fair as hell.
Fair.
Thank you.
Really? That's what we're
Hopefully,
worried about.
Dan gets that skull to a point to where we can actually see some progress on it instead of just a bunch of foam pieces all over the ground.
A wounded Elaine shifts her attention to another project, rigging the cannon to shoot water.
I'm working out front because I do not want to be around Dan right now. He said some pretty mean things to me earlier, which are probably just said because of the heat of the moment. I have no doubt in my mind that he's going to be able to sculpt a beautiful skull. I just don't know whether or not he's going to be able to sculpt a beautiful skull in time, and I'm just going to stay away from it.
At the other end of the yard, Dan fires up the chainsaw and works his frustrations out on the styrofoam.
Right now, I'm working on getting our second gun stamp.
That's what I call a perfect fit.
Builder Steve moves back inside to start on the build's final project, the TV treasure chest.
Sort of give you that riveted metal look. So just take the aluminum, basically bend it over like that, cut out another small notch. So I'll hold that up against it, get that one down, and here's my next one right here. I'm good to go.
The TV will be raised by a lift from BEI.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Oh, man, that's beautiful.
Over on the shipwreck, Ben finishes the upper trellis and begins laying down the deck. Elaine installs the pulleys onto the hot tub boom.
I am rigging. I have one more pulley to attach.
By 3, Dan is still trying to get a grip on the skull.
It's getting there. It's getting there. It's slow, but it's starting to take shape, I think.
Almost 5, and Builder Steve's treasure chest is ready for the taking.
Basically, it's just a matter of flipping this switch here, and voila, up comes the television set. And I believe it should stop right there.
Let's see. I think you got yourself another done stamp.
By nightfall, Dan's skull looks more like a snow cone. It needs to be completely carved before the hard coat crew arrives at 11 a.m. tomorrow.
This morning, you know, I was hopeful at 10 o'clock, thinking I might have this done. But what time is it now? 8 o'clock? Hey, what a surprise. We're behind.
But Steve is not laughing.
How far are you there, man?
Not very.
Huh?
Not very.
Well, how do you feel about me coming here with a chainsaw and start carving with you? I've carved ice, I've carved wood.
Well, you can carve foam. It's a lot more fun.
We're trying to cut out chunks of foam, not slice white bread. He's over there trying to make paper-thin slices of foam, and he's got massive chunks he needs to take out of that thing. He'll be there forever.
What's he say about his progress? What's he think he's gonna get done?
He's telling me to go over to Palm Sander. I'm like, well, you got like major chunks you got to take out of here.
Yeah,
right
you need to sculpt the whole thing first
The fucking
before you even
eyeballs
worry
gotta get
about
cut out of
sanding it at
noses and
all.
all.
I, being a foam sculptor, should probably go over and help him, but I don't want to. Do you think he's going to be any nicer to me?
I don't want to jump in there, but I'm gonna. Because we
Okay,
got no
I say go
choice.
for it.
I guess by me going over there with a chainsaw, kind of like maybe just lit a fire under his ass to put the chainsaw back in his hand and start chopping out some chunks. The fact that I'm jumping on the project didn't help none any, because that's kind of a slap in his face, and I'm sure you don't like that neither.
Can you flip since you're right there? Can you turn on the water again?
Elaine buckles up the water cannon and fires away.
Nice work, Elaine. That's awesome.
Too bad that's an eighth of the boat.
Right.
Thursday night, and we have 1 day left, and we're still a long ways away from being done. The biggest building project of the week is our shipwreck patio, and it's looking good. They're putting the last piece of decking in right now. The top is taking shape, but there's a lot of detail work. One project that I think is kind of riding the fence right now that may or may not get finished by tomorrow night is our skull. We have a deadline tomorrow, 11 o'clock. The guys will be here to spray the hard coat on the skull, so it's got to be in place and ready for spray.
By 11, the skull has a top, but still no sign of a face.
Friday.
It's the final day. Our bumbling buccaneers still need to turn a patio into a shipwreck and a hunk of foam into a skull.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, we've got less than 17 hours now to get this job done. We're going to get this thing done.
Oh, yes, we are.
That's correct.
Sculptor Dan starts the day with an idea for making the build more complicated.
See, that's something I want to do is I want to take this over there, right? Get a concrete saw, slice, 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 jackhammer, boom.
Draw me a line where you want it cut.
Right.
He wants the skull's teeth to be set in cement. That means blasting out the concrete they just poured on Tuesday.
So we need to make a cut here and take some of this stuff out of here so the teeth can come off the skull and sit down into the sand. I'm just gonna cut some concrete here so I can get back to building my boat.
Dan just has this artistic vision in mind. There's no reason he should have them jackhammering into the concrete right now. You don't necessarily have to have the teeth going in the ground. You can just have the top of the teeth on top of the ground, looking like they're going into the ground. He's creating a lot of unnecessary work. That skull is nowhere near done.
I think it's easier to carve foam than to carve concrete.
I agree, but you know what? I don't want to hear another excuse as to why it's not done over there.
Get her done!
In a half an hour, it ain't dry. We're going over and we're drawing it, we're cutting it, we're bringing sawzalls, chainsaws, everything over there.
The jackhammer.
Yes.
Everything we got. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
We come over there.
No!
We are.
Sorry.
No!
We got a deadline. That thing's got to be done, bro.
With the 11 o'clock hard coat deadline breathing down his neck, the scallywag of the build chops, hammers, and comes up with another great idea.
Cut the panel, the wood panel.
The hardware panel on the spa needs to be accessible.
So let's just do it the fastest way.
Listen, here's what I want to do for the panel, right? Cut a square. Boom, 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 boom. Pull it out. Boom, 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 boom. Done. It's a plug.
Dan, we
And pull it
don't
out.
have time.
I'll do it.
No, you need to sculpt your skull. We don't have time.
Just get a saw and cut a hole.
Fine.
Elaine bites her tongue and again does it Dan's way.
Are we cool now? Can we keep building?
Why won't you go through?
The team is keeping Dan on a tight leash.
Don't give him more time. Give him less. Then
Hey, got an hour.
That's the piece.
Cool.
Got 45 minutes.
You got it.
Okay.
You just rocked, girlie. Thank you very much.
You keep sculpting.
Yes, ma'am.
These are our Bowser's killer. They're only 2-footers. These are nice.
Five Pond delivers parts for the ship's rails.
These are all the balusters, railings for the upper deck of the ship. I guess this would sort of be where the captain would be and the wheel would be up here someplace. Hold up, machismo. We're building Noah's Ark. The baboon is back there doing the skull. It's about freaking time he started moving at a human pace.
Elaine attaches an eye bolt to the skull lid and rigs it to some aircraft cable.
It goes up. It's cool. Ta-da! I did something.
Go ahead. Here's the deal: is this might be a little too low.
At 10:50, Dan takes his skull teeth over to the pad for a fitting.
This will have to go down to here.
The overbite needs a little dental work.
It looks really, really good. I'm impressed.
Always.
Oh, it needs to come down more.
Why don't I just chop all this stuff up? I'll make some fake teeth and we'll stick them in and it'll look good.
Great.
After all that, Dan decides to go with dentures. One last cut, and the skull slides in just before the deadline. A crew from Artistic Entertainment sprays on a polymer finish that will turn this styrofoam into weatherproof stone.
It looks killer.
It looks killer.
Yeah, it does.
All right.
Connecticut
We officially
time is
have
4:30.
12 hours and 1 minute to finish this boat.
The crew shifts their focus to putting ribs on the patio posts.
Do you want me to start making those ribs?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, 1, 2.
The ribs still need to be mounted and the hull sided with wooden planks. Then the builders need to make it look like a battered shipwreck.
The shipwreck patio is going as planned. We're gonna bang on the molding right now. We're gonna trim it out, and we're gonna do our outside skin, and we're gonna hopefully walk away.
That looks awesome!
While all eyes were on the skull, Flip quickly used PVC pipes to make cannons.
15 degrees. Absolutely. Looks cannon-ish. That's window.
Meanwhile, Dan still can't leave well enough alone.
I have to jackhammer out some of this concrete in order to fit teeth into the skull we made for the jacuzzi in order to conform to the design.
The skull already fixed. So why is he doing that? But that's like way far out from where your teeth are now.
Hey man, why do you care if I work?
It's not work, it's something we might have to fix later on.
Trust me.
Look what he's doing to that thing.
Give me 5 minutes.
Dude, if we lose because he fucked that pad up, so help me God. You guys need to
Will
call.
Dan's artistic vision lead this team to glory, or simply trip them up?
Tell me that was Dan who did that. Tell me that was Dan who did that.
The teeth are all that's keeping Skull Island from a done stamp.
Just around here like this,
Yeah, just, smooth it out some.
right?
Make it look better. Make it look normal.
Hey, and if I could stick the teeth in the concrete?
That's exactly what I want you to do.
Perfect.
Inches away from the finish line, Dan runs out of wind.
What happened to Dan over there? Hey, Dan! What's going on?
I need to take a break.